Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Degani, and I want to talk about how we can integrate Simio and MATLAB together to perform intelligent simulation models. So in this series of videos, I'm going to talk about two different methods that you can link these to software packages. In the first part, I want to talk about how we can call MATLAB from Simio. So basically, MATLAB going to be the main manager, and Simio going to be the main manager, and MATLAB going to be called based on different trigger events inside the simulation model. For the second part, I want to talk about how MATLAB can call Simio to run the experiments from the simulation software. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about the first part, which is calling MATLAB from Simio. So let's start. So in order to perform and implement this type of integration, which is calling MATLAB from Simio, as I mentioned earlier, the main manager is the simulation software, which is Simio. Simio is a powerful software package that you can easily can handle almost any type of action or logic inside your simulation model. However, there are some decision-making type of analysis or heavy computational calculations that they are beyond the reach of any simulation package. So therefore, it's very desirable to have a kind of external software that can easily handle those type of calculations for us and provides the answer for the simulation software. Therefore, we pick the Simio as a simulation software, and we pick MATLAB as the computational software package. So as you can see in here, I have a simulation model. We start running the simulation. At some point, we need to do the calculation. Could be optimization, could be decision-making type of analysis. So what we do here is we're going to pause the Simio, we're going to call MATLAB to perform the calculation, provide us the solution, and reconfigure the simulation model at that point and continue the run until the next trigger event. So basically, the MATLAB going to be called multiple times during a simulation model replication to perform the analysis and provide us kind of new solution for the simulation run. So this type of model in the literature is called iterative optimization based simulation if I use MATLAB to perform optimization. So this is kind of one of the new type of SO methods. It's called iOS, and I have an example for you in here for a manufacturing system. So consider a manufacturing system with 40 jobs with 4 available machines like this. So we start a model and we just distribute the jobs among the machines. At some point, one of the machines may fail, like machine 3 in here has failed, the red one, as you can see here. So what I have to do is I have to redistribute all of the jobs among all of the available machines. So at this point, I have 25 jobs and 3 available machines. So what I do, as you can see in here, at this point, the Simio going to trigger the MATLAB going to solve an optimization problem for us and provide us the solution. So now all of the jobs are distributed among these 3 machines based on the new scheduling solution. So this type of event going to be iterative and going to occur multiple times during simulation run depending on the defined trigger image in your simulation model. So the applications of this integration could be implementing intelligent simulation model, as I showed you right now. You can use it to have iterative optimization based simulation, which is called iOS. The good thing about this is you can implement and deploy multiple solvers inside MATLAB to see which one performs better. It could be commercial software package like Cplex or GAMS, or you can have your own algorithm to optimize the model. It could be a heuristic. So depending on what type of the problem you're solving, you could use different type of software packages to optimize it. So that's the beauty of the model, that you have freedom of choice in terms of picking this optimization solver. I have a paper that recently is published in Simulation Model Practice and Theory. So if you want to learn more about this, you can read this paper. It's called Intelligent Simulation: Integration of Simio and MATLAB to Deploy Decision Support System to Simulation Environment. So I highly recommend you to read this paper if you're interested to know how to implement and what are the other applications of this link. So the second application could be running MCDM models. You consider that you have a simulation of a supply chain system that you want to pick the suppliers in certain times and certain periods. So in order to pick the supplier, you may want to use the MCDM multi-criteria decision-making method like AHP or TOPSIS. So on those points, you can call MATLAB to perform MCDM for you to pick the new supplier or the set of suppliers. The last one going to be using the machine learning method inside simulation. You can use either neural network or reinforcement learning during the simulation model. So you can have any type of sophisticated calculation inside MATLAB that could help the simulation run. So these are a few of those applications. If you have any other idea, or if you can extend the application, please put them in the comments for this video, and I really appreciate that. Okay, now I want to talk about how we can implement this. Implementation is very easy and straightforward. You just need to download the call MATLAB DLL file. It's coded in C# and it's available to you, so you can simply download it and then copy that to the Simio directory. And once you copy this, you're gonna see the new step instances added to your MATLAB. So let's follow me to show you how you can get it downloaded and add it to the Simio. Okay. So if you go to this link that I provided you on the comments, on the first comment, you can see that there are two different parts for this link. I'm talking about the first part, part 1.zip. So simply download the file, unzip the all of the files inside this zip file. So once you unzip it, you're going to see 5 different files in there. First one, which is the main one, is called call MATLAB.dll. Also, I included the paper that I just mentioned about. Also, I have a MATLAB file which simply plays a sound for us. This is just for demonstration. It's very simple, I know, but I'm just going to show you how you can call MATLAB. So what it does is just plays a sound for us, a ship sound. So whenever you run this, you're going to hear this. Okay, good. But as I said, inside your MATLAB, you can have any type of algorithm that you desire. Okay. And the last one is the test file I provided to you just to show you how we can implement this. So first of all, you have to copy this file. Go to the Simio directory. Go to the C program files, Simio, and user extensions, and just paste it in here. That's it. So now once this file is added to the user extensions folder of Simio, you can see the new step instances added to your MATLAB. So if I open this Simio, added to your Simio. So if I open this Simio file, which is just created, it's a very simple simulation model. So what it does is, in this simulation model, I just have one source and one sink. So it's very simple, I know. But I just want to show you how you can call and trigger MATLAB to perform any type of calculation. So in here, I just create 3 entities, and they arrive to the system. And when they reach this node, which is called input at sync 1 node, I'm going to trigger a process. So this is called entered and input sync 1 entered. So whenever I have an entity arriving to this point, I want to call that MATLAB function which plays a sound for us. So if I double click on it, you can see that I have simple process. Just I'm using one single step, which is called call MATLAB. How can I get this one? So if you go to user defined, you can see that the first one is now added. It's called call MATLAB. You're gonna get this one once you copy the DLL file to the Simio directory. So this call MATLAB is added here. So what it does, so basically I just have to put 2 inputs for this one. The first thing is the name of the MATLAB function. So if I go back, you can see that the name of my MATLAB function is play. That's it. So simply put the name of the function for the first input, and the second input is the address, the directory that your MATLAB file is located. So it's c-test. So I put my function name as the play and folder address as the c-test. So now I'm all set. I just can simply run my simulation model to see what happens. So let me just increase the speed. I just want to put this speed as 5 to see what happens. So let's run. So the first entity arrives to the system. Once it reaches that point, you're going to see that MATLAB is triggered now. So that it's activated, and there we go. We hear the sound, the sound is played. So I'm waiting for the second entity which arrived right now. I have to hear the sound one more time. That's great, and this is the last one. Perfect. So as you can see here, whenever I trigger that process goes through the call MATLAB, and call MATLAB gonna pick the this MATLAB file which I entered in here, this called play, and in this directory I'm gonna run the MATLAB function for us. So that was a short video to show you what are the application of this integration and how you can implement this. Hopefully you could enjoy and use it for your future research works and future simulation modeling. So let me go back to my slides. So that was it, and that was very simple and easy to use. And if you have further question, you can contact me at simiomatlab@gmail.com. Also, if you are interested to know how to call Simio from MATLAB, which is the other way to integrate these two software packages, you also can watch the second video, which is part 2. Thank you so much. Bye.